Hello and welcome to the very last day of Bookmas. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe we made it here. Mind is blown right now. I am just like relieved, but also sad at the same time. This was definitely a challenge, one that I did not think I was going to make it through, honestly. I did not think I was going to get to day 12 because last year we did not. We only made it to 6. It's a lot. It's a lot of stress, but I really had fun and I enjoyed it. So happy very last day of Bookmas again. Let's get into this video. So we are doing the end of the year book tag. It's officially that time. I really just have not finished a book in the month of December and I'm not sure I'm going to. I may finish one and it's my current read, maybe two if I'm lucky. So I think it's honestly appropriate to do this video at this point. So we have a lot to talk about. I have 23 different prompts slash questions, quote unquote, to go with this tag. I am using everything that I used in last year's end of the year book tag that I did for Bookmas. So we're just carrying everything over to this year. So I hope y'all are ready. Buckle up, get on in, and let's get right on into it and get to yapping. Okay, question number one is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And technically, I have two. I do have Firebound, which I am in the middle of right now for my November book club pick. And yeah, we are in December and I have yet to finish it, but I have started it. I'm not that far into it. I'm reading it on my Kindle. So on here, this is just where I got tabbed so far, but I am 40% of the way through it so far, I think. Somewhere like that. I know it's not a lot, but we will finish it. I promise. We will be getting this done. On top of it, we have my December book club pick, which is Good Spirits. So this will be read as well. Hopefully I'll get them both finished this month. Don't know, we will see, but I have my fingers crossed and I'm hopeful. So we will see about this, but I'm being positive. So I think I would like to get Bound and this done in the month of December. Then we have the worst or most disappointing book that you read this year, and I have two for that. And unfortunately, they're both ice hockey romances, which sucks because I really like ice hockey romances. So one I don't even have the physical copy of yet. I will be in the trophy, even though it didn't really vibe with the book, and that is If You Hate Me. This was just very cringy, very just over the top and dramatic in my opinion. And honestly, if I heard the downstairs of a girl being referred by the V name one more time in a book, I was going to lose it. I think that's one of my bookish icks. I really can't stand when that word is overly used. It's okay to do it a couple of times, but I mean, anytime she was referring to it, she was calling it that. She was like, he only wants me for this, and I'm just like, can we call it something else, Then I have The Best Kind of Forever, and this was just disappointing. It was an insta lust. It was very fast paced and everything like that, but I feel like we just fell in love way too fast and wanted to jump the gun, and there really wasn't there was a plot, but I don't think it was handled the best. I don't know, this was kind of just all over the place for me. The Underdog book, this one actually surprised me, and it probably surprised a lot of people, and that is For She Is Wrath. I love this book so much. I gave it 5 stars. This was my first revenge arc book where we had the feminine rage and everything like that, and it gave Xena and Gabrielle vibes, and I love that. And honestly, when I went into this book, I kind of had a bit of an attitude because my friend Haley did it for a reading vlog where I had my book besties pick my reads. She picked this and I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. Mentally, I had already given this book a 1 star, and it turned out to be a 5 star read for me. So never judge a book based on its cover, but also don't judge a book before you go into it. Then we have a book that we thought was overhyped, and oh, speaking of Haley, she's gonna hate me for this because she also picked this book, and it's not bad. That was The Inheritance Games. I just didn't vibe with this. This was one of her favorite reads slash series. She really loves it. I, on the other hand, was just not a fan of it. I just really didn't vibe with it, if we're being completely honest. If you like riddles and quizzes and all that, this book is going to be perfect for you. You're going to love it. I think they make me feel dumb because I can't figure them out. And the thing that kept me going through this was the love triangle that is in this book. And I have my mind made up on the guy already. Haley thinks I'm going to change my mind in book 2. That's perfectly fine. We'll see if I do. I could be swayed. Who knows? But I just thought this was a little overhyped. I think that it's all right. It's just not spectacular. Next is a book that surprised you. And honestly, this probably surprised me the most because of the trope that is actually in this book that I really, really, really do not like. At least I thought I didn't like. And this book has changed my mind on it. That is Broken Bonds. Listen, this is a slow burn. Why choose? I hate slow burns. Or so I thought until I read this, and this just does slow burns like so right. It's so good. It was just perfect. It was everything I wanted and more. And I just could not put this book down. I wanted more and more and more of it. I was reading it constantly. Like I could have sat down and binged this probably in one sitting. I loved it that much. And so I'm excited to continue the series. I will be. It will be a series that I prioritize in 2026, but this is so good. Next is the longest book we read, and that is The Name of the Wind. This thing was thick, let me tell you, and it was a lot to get through. So I am extremely proud of myself for this. I think this was 662 pages of a high fantasy book with really no romance in it. Don't say that I'm only a romance reader. I'm just saying it. Don't say it. I did it. I did do it. The shortest book I read, with it being only 63 pages, was The Housemaid's Wedding. This was a cute little novella. I really don't think it was necessary. I think it was like a treat for us readers, but it was still nice. Then we have a book that you can't stop thinking about, and I feel like this is so obvious, and that is Onyx Storm. I literally think about this book like every single day still, and this got released at the beginning of the year. Yeah. I don't know what to tell y'all. This is my family. This is my home. I love this series more than any other book series I have ever read. And I've reread The Hunger Games. So let me tell you, that's a big deal. This just has a special place in my heart. And I have no other words, honestly. Then we have a book with a unique concept, and I honestly don't think I have found or read another book like this, and that is The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Paulston. This was just so unique because it's like a magical apartment, and it's about this guy and a girl where she is 7 years in the future while he's 7 years in the past. And so it's just such a cool love story. It's so cute. It was so heartwarming. It's one of those that honestly went under the radar. I think I gave it 4 stars. I really did like it. It just really wasn't like stuck in my head like Onyx Storm was, or For She Is Wrath, but it was still a good, fun read. And it's one of them, like when I was like looking over everything, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I did read that. And I do remember really liking it too. Then we have The Happiest Book You Read, and I don't know if this like is classified as happy, but it made me happy. That is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I just really love this. I don't know. This one made me very happy. I was giggling, kicking my feet. I love the romance in this. I love the story and the characters, like everything about this. I just loved it, and it made me happy. And I was addicted to this, let me tell you. I did not want to put this down. Then we have the saddest books I read, and I have a tie for this because honestly, I couldn't choose for this. So obviously, again, we have Onyx Storm. Like, I mean, I bawled my eyes out to this book. I also bawled my eyes out to Iron Flame, but I didn't want to include both of them. And I cried way harder in this one than I think I did in Iron Flame. But like, both were amazing, amazing reads, and I bawled my eyes out to this. But I also bawled my eyes out to this one, and that is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. If you're a Hunger Games fan and you have not read this yet, do yourself a favor and do it. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. I still tear up thinking about this. I'm so ready for the movie to come out. I was watching the trailer the other day, and I literally started crying from the trailer because I know what to expect, and I just know it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions, and I'm ready for it. But like, you should read this and go through it. My most frustrating books are DNFs this year, so I only have two to talk about. One I don't even own. I ended up donating my copy to Goodwill, and that is Sleeping Beauties by Owen King and Stephen King. I did not like this at all. I actually DNF'd it around like 200 and something pages in, which is a big deal for me, because if I'm that far in, I really try to like stick through it. But there were so many POVs, so many different things going on, and then by the time I met and got used to like all these characters, like half of them did not even matter anymore because of this like sleeping disease going on and everything. So I was just like kind of over it. I just checked out and I was not having fun or a good time. So I was just like, you know what? I'm DNFing this. It was my first ever DNF. I usually don't DNF a book, so it's different for me. The next book I ended up DNFing was Arcana Academy, which was shocking because I did make it a good 50% of the way through this book as well before I decided to DNF it. I did not like the MMC in this, and I did not like the magic system in this. I was so bored reading this actually, and it was so disappointing. And it's extremely disappointing because I've seen other people give it 4 or 5 stars, and it just didn't connect with me, which I mean, it does happen, but like I was so upset because I had high hopes for this. Unpopular books that I loved, I only have one for this, and this is probably the one that I've seen like the biggest hot take on, and that is Punk 57. I absolutely ate this up. I love this book so, so much. Some people don't really vibe with it, which shocks me, unless like you don't really like the bully trope, then like I get it, but like I feel like this is a great introduction to like dark romance into the bully trope as well if you're interested in going into that trope. I think this is great for it. It mixes with a pen pal trope, and I eat the pen pal trope up so much, and I love this. Honestly, I had a great time with this. I thought it was quick, fast paced. It is spicy. It is spicy, I will say that. If you don't like spice, you're not gonna like this, but if you do, I highly, highly recommend this. I love this. This book just found me at the right time, and I devoured it and left no crumbs, and I have no regrets on it. I love it. I'll always recommend it. Then we have books that I would reread personally, and the first one, because I have two of them, is Lights Out. Listen, the audiobook for this is so good, and I would re-listen to the audiobook over and over again if I have the opportunity to. Trust me, I will, because the MMC alone just sells it so well. It is so good, and I highly recommend the audiobook for this book. If you have not done it yet, you are missing out. It truly is an experience, and they put in a lot of work, and I appreciate it so much. I loved it. Then of course, Sunrise on the Reaping. I probably will do a reread of this before it comes out because we have to wait an entire year. Now 11 months, but pretty much a year. It does not come out until November of 26. So I'm trying to be patient and wait, but like I need it now. Now please. So I probably will do like a reread of this book. Now we have books that I thought I would love, but I didn't end up loving. These are all heartbreaking to talk about because I really did have high expectations for them and they did let me down. They're still good reads. I would recommend people to read them, get your own opinion, but they just let me down. I think I just went in with way higher expectations. So we have The Crash by Frida McFadden. I did not like this at all. I did not like the plot. I did not like the plot twist. When we got to the twist, I was like, that's it. You know, like basically what you get in the description is what you're reading about, and that's it. There's like really no big twist or turn for me. The reappearance of Rachel Price, there was just so much going on with the plot twists. And this one, honestly, there was a plot twist that happened where I was just like, we really didn't need that plot twist, honestly. So it was kind of also slow in the middle. It was kind of boring. But I have a friend who absolutely loved this. This is her favorite. She gave it 5 stars. So who knows? You could. This is probably going to be the one that hurts y'all the most, and that is Still Beating. Listen, it's good. It is good. It's a great traumatic romance story. I just thought it was really toxic, if we're being for real. And the FMC was driving me crazy at one point where I was just like, just yes or no, like make a decision at this point. Like come on. My favorite book couple, and I decided to include two in this because one of them is going to be very obvious since I talked about it and I feel like everyone knows this, but again, Xaden and Violet from the Fourth Wing series. Like I'm sorry, I won't go into detail about it, but they're just the power couple for me, plain and simple. But on a normal note, a different note that I don't talk about super often, like I do a Fourth Wing, the Imperium series, or anything to do with Violet and Xaden, Poppy and Alex from People We Meet on Vacation. This is actually coming out as a movie and warms my heart. I'm so excited about this, but I love them in this. I love their friendship, how they started out friends, ended up lovers, the journey they went through, the whole boundaries, but also crossing those boundaries. Like it gives me hope, honestly, if we're being so for real, in love. And this just touched me and I loved it and I love them. And so I'm excited to see them on the big screen finally and brought to life. Then we have favorite book characters, and we have Aurora from Wildfire. I just felt like I most related to her out of every single book that I read this year. I just felt like I connected with her on so many different levels, personal, like emotional. Like she is pretty much me in a book, and I just love that. And I love her in this and how she slowly just changes over over time and with the assistant of Russ as well. And so this was just one of those sweet, heartwarming stories that I devoured and I love this couple, but I do love her. And yeah, it's as simple as that. This one breaks my heart. We have Indina from Powerful. I loved her so much. I loved this more than I loved Powerless, which is weird to say that I loved like the side character in her story more. But I truly do. I think this one hit me more than Powerless did, and it broke me into a million pieces. And I still don't know how I'm recovering from this, but like no one compares to her, honestly. And then also is my favorite book cover, and that would also be Wildfire, which I just think this is so adorable. I love cartoon covers and I love this. So like I just thought this was like the prettiest and the cutest out of all the books that I read this year. Not out of all the books I bought, but out of all the books that I read. Then my favorite book quote, which has to go to Onyx Storm as well. Listen, don't judge me on this, but like, I don't know, there's that moment where Violet is telling Xaden that they live by the Codex and he stops her and he says, I live by you. When have I ever given a fuck about the Codex or the code of conduct? And I love that. And the rest of what he says, I am yours, you are mine, and there's no law against that or something like that. I can't remember it all completely word for word, but like that just, I don't know, that just showcases like their love and their story truly. And that one quote just hits me every single time I hear it because I'm just like, yes. Yes, I love it. I don't know. I'm going to tear up thinking about it right now. I can't. These the last ones I will just be talking about, but I will like pull up pictures and stuff for that. So this next one is new favorite authors. And so I will say Emily Verga for sure. I cannot wait. She's actually dropping a new book soon. So I will be picking that up. Abigail Owen, who wrote The Games Gods Play. I actually have The Things Gods Break. And then the third book comes out next year. So I will definitely be reading more of her writing. And then Megan Brandy. I read Say You Swear this year. Absolutely loved it. Cannot wait to continue the series. Now, authors that didn't work out for me this year, and that is completely fine. I am a big three strikes you're out kind of person, so I will be picking up more of their work, but like just this year, their work didn't work out for me. And that is Elise Kova, because I DNF'd Arcana Academy. Celeste Byers, I really did not like this, and so I will be continuing the series and we'll see how it goes. And then Helena Hunting, which I do have two more of her books, so we will be reading those because they're on the physical TBR. If we don't like them, then I think that concludes on that. But you know, it is what it is. You know, you can't like everything you read. If you did, I feel like you wouldn't really have an opinion, and I feel like y'all come here for my opinion, so I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Now, book series are books that I wish I would have got to this year. There are a few. I really want to focus on series next year going into 2026 and finishing them, so that will be a thing next year. The Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, we have to finish that. I need to. The Powerless trilogy, I need to read the last two books, plus the novella that came out as well. And the Legacy of God series, I need to finish that. That is a big one that I just really love. And I've read the first two books and love them, and I need to finish those. Okay, and lastly, we have my Goodreads reflection and my 2026 like reading goal. So I did write this all down, so I hope you're ready for this. Okay, so all throughout 2025, in January, I read 4 books, February 8, March 1, April 4, May 9, June 8, July 1, August 4, September 7, October 3, November 5, December unknown right now. So I will say my reading goal for 2025 was 50 books, and so far I have read 54 books, which is just a big accomplishment for me. I'm very proud of that. And so I will say the ratings I gave all of them as well. And then we will go into my goal for 2026. So I gave 2 books 1 star, 3 books 2 stars, 1 book 2.25, 1 book 2.5, 2 books 2.75, 12 books 3 stars, 1 3.25, 1 3.5, 9 3.75s, 11 4 stars, 1 4.25, 2 4.5, 3 4.75, and only 4 5-star reads, which is crazy. So a little bit all over the place. 3 and 4 seems to be like the most common. So for 2026, the goal is to read 58 books. We are going to go up by 8 books. I feel like we've slowly been making our way up. So I think that's a good place to be. It's going to be more than we got to this year. And so I am very hopeful. I think we can do it if I just like lock in and really focus and prioritize my reading time, which I am hoping to in 2026 anyway. But yes, that is all for today's video. I really appreciate y'all. I cannot believe this is the last episode of Bookmas. So it's sad, but I am excited to kind of readjust to just posting twice a week and focusing on more quality content for y'all leading into 2026 as well. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all really enjoyed Bookmas. I love y'all. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, stay around. I would love to have you. So, okay, love y'all. Bye.